Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another ARK Ascended guide for my console peeps on the console version for Xbox and PlayStation whenever it comes out for PlayStation. We know the release date for Xbox is on 14, but let's just jump right into this guide. So, we're going through the things that we need for turrets. I decided to the second one it be cement and paste. The last one was pearls. Today we're going to be talking about CP. Now, that's better known as cement and paste. So what we want to do is obviously the easiest way to get cement and paste is on beaver dams. Now the island map does not have that many beaver dams, unlike Ragnarok or the center. As you can see, we don't have many. I know that I put dams. There are a little bit more than this, but you have to remember these are going to be highly contested on a PvP server. So be mindful of this fact. Now, obviously, if you come over here, you're going to go underwater. I believe there was a beaver dam in here. Yes, I'm in GMC mode. That's why that piranha cannot hurt me. You're going to go ahead and you're going to open these things up like so. And then you're going to clear them out of the CP, right? I would suggest to clear out the wood if you want these things to respawn. However, if you don't want to be that guy, you don't have to clear. You just get the CP and walk out. Just know that that beaver dam might not respawn, and people in the server are going to be mad as hell at you for doing that. Now, when it comes to beaver dams, in order for them to spawn in, you have to have at least one or two, well, actually two or more beavers in the area for these things to spawn. I believe it was two. I could be wrong. It could be three. But the more beavers you have, the more beaver dams you'll have. You see a little beaver swimming around there. He's pissed off. There was another one around here. But when there's only one, they won't produce anymore. Back in the days when we had the island, only the island, what we used to do is that we used to grab 3 beavers. We used to put them together, and then when we would put them together so they could make it work, that's the only way that we would get beaver dams to respawn. We would just kind of like make like a little cage for, not a cage, but we would build fence foundations, and on those fence foundations we would go ahead and like place like at least 3 beavers, and then that way they would just start producing beaver dams back to back. So maybe take a look at that, maybe see if that trick actually works, but it used to work in the past. I don't know if it still works because there was no need for doing that anymore. Now, if we come over here, these are your best options to get a steady cementing paste. We have Acatinas. The wonderful thing that ARK Ascended brings out is that now in drops, we actually get like things that are actually good to have. For example, when you get a drop, sometimes now you're going to get veggie cakes. And yes, this is the only way you're going to be able to tame Acatinas, with veggie cakes. Acatinas, if you go ahead and place them on Wonder, you can put them in cages. If you go place an Acatina on Wonder, they'll start making cementing paste. On top of cementing paste, they will also make things like organic polymer. The cool thing about Acatinas is that organic polymer doesn't spoil. Oh my goodness. Organic polymer doesn't spoil as fast on them as like it would be on your regular like inventory. And they also poop out. You see the little poop giblets are actually cementing paste. It's crazy to think that somebody's poop is that important. But yes, Acatinas are wonderful for this. And then not only that, they're just passively making paste in your base, and you would just go off, do your thing, and come back, and then you just check your Acatina. They make 1 paste every 1 minute, obviously if they're in Wonder. So 90 minutes, you're going to have 100 paste. You're going to tame 2 or 3 of these. I feel like 3 of these in the base should be sufficient for you to have enough paste that you're going to not you'll be able to know what the hell to do with so many of it. It got to a point that in official, when the island was a thing, people had vaults of these things. Now, on to our third way of getting cement and paste is going to be my beautiful friend here, the froggy frog. So if you guys didn't know, when it comes to the frog actually, if you eat bugs with the frog, he turns the bugs' corpses into cementing paste. What do I mean by that? Let's go over here to the swamp, and then let me see if I can find a bug and do this. The best way to get cementing paste, or the best location for you to get cementing paste with the bug, is going to be ahead to tame a high level, decent saddle frog. As long as you have a decent saddle, and you might be like, well, that's kind of cool. You're telling me like I need to have like 7 things just to gain like enough cementing paste. Yes and no. And again, the drops drop some crazy stuff. And sometimes you'll get like Mastercraft, Apprentice, saddles for like these little frogs right here. Now, if you go ahead and you find yourself a bug that you could eat, it would actually turn it into cementing paste. It would be nice if I could get myself a bug. Obviously, heading towards the swamp is a thing, but some people don't want to deal with that. Look, perfect example. Right here, we have a couple of bugs. Let's go ahead. Look, when we harvest them, we actually get a bunch of cementing paste. As you can see, we just got a bunch of cementing paste out of that. That's cool, right? We have cementing paste. This is why taming a frog, on top of the fact that it swims fast as heck in the water, you know, I honestly prefer frogs over PTs because they don't run out of stamina so much, and I'm not in the air like just wondering and then hoping to God that I don't get caught or picked from somebody. As you know in the beginning, that's all you're gonna be seeing. Pick battles. That's all you're gonna be seeing. Bunch of people picking each other for no reason. Maybe your option is to come over here to the swamp and then go ahead and just like find frogs, and then after that go on a rampage killing whatever bugs you can. Remember, bugs are attracted to corpses, which you tend to find a lot in the swamp. But also things that you find in the swamp are capros. Capros would knock you out of your freaking tame, and sometimes you guys might not like that. And there is a way to take, like, I guess you could say like a route where you're gonna find tons of like bugs, but it's been a while and things are changed, or else I would show you guys this route. But yeah, if you come over here to the swamp, you see this. Or the other spot that you could go to is obviously the cave in the redwoods. That is a little bit more dangerous, or I should say on the dangerous side. So just be very mindful and careful with that, because that could get you murdered. Now, these are the only ways that I know how to get cementing paste. If you go ahead and just eat bugs with frogs is the best solution, on top of having an Acatina on your base. And then if you happen to come across beaver dams, then yes, loot them. But this will be more of a steady pace of flow of, you know, cementing paste that you're going to have it back in your base. I hope these videos are helping you guys out. Remember, I am playing on PC. The actual Ascendant doesn't come out until the 14th for Xbox. Hopefully the 14th for Xbox and is not delayed anymore. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Say bye, Mr. Froggy. Look at, he looks like the Naruto frog, the one that he summons. Oh my god, dude, I love it. Oh my goodness, we have a